Hey everybody, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Welcome to Relationship Recap. This is your host, Christal XO, Christal Jordan XO, and I am excited to be here on a Monday. Let me bring my co-host, Scorpio Moe, in on this beautiful Monday. What's good, Mo?
What's good, people? What's good, Christal?
How was your first day back to how was your first day back? First day back. Oh no, you worked this weekend.
Thank you. I can say back from work.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Working 13 days straight. What you talking about?
Oh, oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Hey, Constant baby. Hey, Cachet. Welcome. You guys come on
What
in
up?
and have
XO
a seat.
family, what's up?
XO family, come on in and have a seat. Come on in and have a seat. Um, it was an interesting weekend, specifically with everything going on outside of Huntsville. Um,
Back,
everything
back.
Man, everything going on. And we may talk about a little bit of that in a little while. But today, we're here to talk about love and marriage Huntsville. We had a great conversation on
Yep.
Friday on the Never Ever Mets. If you missed that conversation, please go back and watch it. We had a good time. Aaron H joined us with the fedora, right? He hopped in, got in on the chat at the very end. So if you haven't watched it, you need to watch, but you got to watch all the way to the end so that you see Aaron. The last like 20 minutes was yeah.
Interesting to say the least.
Yes. It was a good time with good times.
Where
Yeah.
y'all from?
You said what?
I'm trying to see where they from, where they at.
Oh, where you guys? Let's do roll call.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? I got a new hairdo today. I got new hair. Shouts out to Kimmy at Sophisticated African Braiding. She hooked me up. I was just tired of dealing, and so it's summertime. The pool is open, and I decided to go ahead and get something new. You guys, I know you guys are gonna let me know what you think because y'all tell me outside, Crystal, I don't like that. Crystal, I do
You
like.
about to go on vacation or something?
Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, so we're having a pool party,
No, I noticed when women they go on vacation and stuff, they always braid their hair. So that's why I was asking.
No, but whenever, you want to swim, so,
Oh,
the
you
pool,
swimming? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I get in the pool. Yeah, I get into the pool. I
Oh,
love it. I love it. So yeah, so I had to get some new hair. Okay, Saginaw, Michigan. That's what's up. Thank you. Okay, so far the hair is doing good. What's up, Philadelphia? Philly and
hey,
Philly. Man, I cannot wait. We are doing this never ever met, but we are ready for uh
ready for love.
ready to love
Ready to
Virginia,
love.
Philly. Because I just got a sneaky suspicion that this is going to be a different type of love than we've ever seen before. I feel
Unless they
like,
get Philly professionals, which I don't want a bunch of them. I want a few. I want a mixed bag going on in Philly.
you know what? Can I tell you something? This is what I think. And thank you, Druzy. Thank you, Miss Pretty Amazing. Send me a picture. She said her hair is like that in the same color. I decided to try a little something. I usually don't do extra color. I'm pretty conservative, but I decided to put a little extra color in there this time. So thank
Okay.
you guys. Thank you. But yeah, I what was I saying? Oh, Philly. So
Philly.
I don't think it's going to be too many professionals because most of the time on Ready to Love, you got to realize anyone that is working has to take off from work. So usually you get a lot of people that are entrepreneurs
Entrepreneurs. Right.
and people that work from home because their schedules are a little bit more
Like,
flexible, right? So we do know that Chaz, not Chazzy, but Chaz, and LaRon were both, true IT professionals, but they work from home or they have a flexible schedule. But for the most part, you're not going to get a lot of like really hardcore corporate people because the schedule just does not allow for it. And not only does the schedule not allow for it, but you do something crazy on TV, you might lose your job. You know what I mean? So you got to be kind of careful. So that's why we get a lot of shenanigans, people that are open for some shenanigans on the show. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I got to tell you guys, I interviewed Nell and Chris. That interview is coming tomorrow. So look out for that. The Fletchers. It was an interesting interview. I sat down with the Fletchers. Well, I actually did it virtually, but trust me, tune in tomorrow. You'll be able to see that interview. Very interesting. Very interesting. I do want to ask Mo, you know, I'm going to just start with Sonny and Moses because the more I see, the less I like. So I want to ask you, like, ask you, do you feel like there is any substance or how much hope do you have in this relationship with Sonny, the ex-producer, and Moses, the ex-boyfriend?
Who's to say? I mean, are they officially characters at this point?
I believe so because they're doing interviews. So I believe so.
Okay, I would have to see enough to give a better assessment. But what I will say is that how fast it seemed it moved might be well, how she met him, then how fast it seemed to move. Those are the two red flags thus far.
Yeah,
I would say. But it's still early in the game. But who's to say? There's love can be found in many ways, and who's to say, man? You know.
I say no, because I believe that for her to be that arrogant and say that their relationship, she thinks her relationship with him is so very different. And I know all women, we all want to believe that we are so different and the man is going to treat us so much differently. Now, he did treat her differently in marrying her.
I get ready to say. I was about to say that now.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that the marriage is based on them building a prosperity, that sounds like a line that someone that had been on vacation said to you because he sees that you could possibly help him get to the promised land and wash his money. I don't buy it. And the fact, this is why I'm saying that. This is why I'm saying that, you guys. The fact that she has no empathy for Destiny, and she kept saying that, she kept saying that Destiny, she was out of line, like in the clip of Carlos and Melody's podcast. At that point, it was Carlos and Melody, and Destiny and not Destiny, whoops, Sonny and Moses seemed very unapologetic and just, he was telling the timeline. The timeline didn't make sense. That's it, Miss Pretty Amazing. Very cold-blooded. Like, right. Very cold-blooded. Okay, he showed up for who he wanted to show up for. Girl, I'm saying in my experience, whenever you have little empathy for the ex, someone is going to have little empathy for you. One day you may have to eat them words. You may have to eat that crow.
Here's the thing, and that's true. But my thing is, like, I've never been in a situation with a woman where she felt sorry. It doesn't have to be, I left this person for you or this, that, and the other, but she had little to no empathy. And maybe if there was kids involved, but women, this is theirs now. And what do they look like feeling bad? I mean, move on. I got them now. I don't really know you. So what am I feeling bad about?
Well, life will teach you that when you do that, you will end up in that girl's position. So, because I know a lot of women that felt like that. I'm not like that. So I probably have too much empathy for my exes, because I know good and well you did something. And that's why she's acting like that. And even if she didn't, most of the time, anytime a person tells you all their exes are crazy, trust and believe it's them. Trust and believe. And the fact that she can't empathize with how Destiny felt, and I feel like she lied. I said this last week. There's no way that Destiny did not tell her about that relationship. No possible way, right?
I definitely believe that. But
no possible way.
We don't know what he sold her.
Well, I don't care what he sold her. You got to be able to see between the two, right? You got to be able to tell.
Yeah, but if he sold it to her and he's the one that's knocking it down, he got a better sales pitch than she do.
No, absolutely. I'm not saying
that. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. But you got to know, like, even if your man, and he's a good looking guy, right? I'm going to give it to him. Can we clap? Can you clap?
I'm not doing that.
I'm asking for a clap.
I'm not clapping for no dude, Christal, like that. For no
Well,
dude.
I'm gonna get my own sound effects.
Well, goddamn it, get your own sound thing. And I ain't clapping.
I'm getting my. He's a very nice looking guy.
Look,
Thank you. Thank you.
How you gonna have me clap for another man? How he?
Well, it's us, and we are okay clapping
Us
for.
is not agreeing to.
First of all, I'm not enchanted by Gail's swimsuit illustrated curves. Okay, but
can we get a clap for Vanessa?
First of all, we're not even on that show. So you out of line.
She was on vacation and looking beautiful.
You're out of order. You're out of order. That's not even the show nor the topic.
The clap is the clap.
Anyway, back to the story with Destiny. You're right. Yeah, and you're right, Miss Pretty Amazing. I think he's very attractive until he opens his mouth, and then it's like, he one of them kind you just want to sit and look at, don't talk. But the problem is that she is saying that she's so different than Destiny. Now, let me show you guys something. Walk with me now. Walk with me. When Melody asked him, what did Destiny do that made him say that she wasn't the man for him? He said that Destiny was filming. She was always out getting an award and not taking care of home. Now, what do y'all think that Sonny's about to do? Aren't they filming?
They're filming.
So then Melody said, well, what was the difference? And he said, she's not her. So basically, he didn't really have any reason. He didn't give us a good reason for why it looked like it's a better opportunity.
He felt like it was an upgrade for him.
He did. And it was the way he said it. But, if that's the case, then just take accountability for it. But don't talk about the fact that she wasn't taking care of her man. Sir, she was working. Everything that you named, she was working. So
maybe that's not what he signed up for.
Well, but is this woman not gonna work? Because she's talking about they trying to build be a power couple and build prosperity and generational wealth, and that is such a cliche. Like, okay, child, all right, Sonny, girl, okay, we're gonna watch the show because it's gonna play out, and maybe we'll be able to get off of Melody and Martell by this foolishness. But yeah, it's ridiculous. You I feel like it's ridiculous. That's what I feel, and I don't feel like their love has a shot.
I need to see them on the episode or two.
Oh, it's coming.
But it's not a good foundation. I will say that.
What did you think about her conversation with Kimmy and Tisha, where she tried to?
She tried to rat like it. Obviously, you're making it worse. Just shut up.
Just hush. Just say I was on some BS. And she did. She started saying I would just have to be selfish. I decided to be loyal to me.
Yeah,
girl, it's not gonna be loyal to you because you're being loyal to him.
Hey, that karma thing is real. If you're not at least some level of compassion or understanding, I can see how she could feel that way, but you don't even do that.
That's what I'm asking for, Mo. That's what I'm asking. Like, I can say, like, you know what? I will say this. And I've had, I called you this weekend. Blending families sometimes don't blend. It don't like to blend. But I'm trying to do the best I can. But what I can say is I can empathize. My ex-husband is remarried, right? I try to think, and I am married to my husband who has an ex-wife, So whenever I'm in a situation, I try to put myself in those other shoes. So, for example, my stepdaughter said to me, she's having a baby shower, and she was like, I want you to come to the baby shower. And I told her, you know what? I would love to come, but I feel like precedence needs to go to your mom and your husband's mom, right? Because I'm a stepmom, and I'm a stepmom that came around after a certain age. So I defer to them because I know if it was my daughter, I would want to be there, and I would not be wanting this new woman that my ex-husband has to be in my position, like as the mother. So I try to empathize, right? Now, we don't have to be friends. We definitely should not be cool. You definitely should not come to my house. I definitely will not come to your house. But what I do try to say is, you know what, that those daughters belong to that woman and she loves them. And my ex-husband probably wasn't the amazing person he is today in that marriage. So I try to give grace. Is that it? I mean, do you feel me?
Yeah, no.
What is the no?
I mean, she's a young girl. Maybe she's not putting it together like
Who's
that.
a young girl?
Huh?
Who is a young girl?
The daughter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Destiny or Sunny. I was like, Sunny is
No,
not.
about your I mean, you jumped to your situation.
Oh no, no, no. But I'm just saying. But my point is, you see how I tried to be understanding.
Right, 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 right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Sunny is not being, even though yes, I'm with the person now. You always should try to be understanding, because guess what? You could end up in that situation. I have been.
That's true, but a lot of people are trying to like. Yeah, no, I agree on that note. It's just that when even in her position, and maybe it's a level of guilt on her that she doesn't want to look at it like
coming
that.
out not as guilt. It's coming
No,
out.
no. What I'm saying is she doesn't want to look at it like that. So she's claiming she's just thinking about her because she really took time to think about it. She's no dumb woman. She knows that it ain't quite right.
Yeah, she knows. She knows.
So her idea of running from it or not facing it is saying, I'm thinking about myself. Because if I take time to think about this, then I know the situation ain't right.
Right. I agree with that. But the problem is, just like Kimmy said to her at that table, and thank you, private person. Thank you, guys. Like Kimmy said to her at that table, like deep down, you knew that something.
Because that's why she called her.
That's why well, first of all, she texted her and then told her to call her. You call me. If you text me and say, call me when you get a chance.
Well, maybe it's her availability. She didn't know. Some people do that.
Destiny hit back and was like, what's up? Because she probably had a feeling something was going on. What she could have said is, well, I really want to talk to you. Can you give me a call when you have a moment? I really want to talk to you in person.
She was like, I told you to call. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, girl, no. Like, that's not the way she handled it was not cool.
You're right.
And now DeQueezy says, I think Destiny messing with Moses contributed to her divorce. That definitely could be true because, as we told you, Mo, last week, Destiny's husband divorced her when the baby was like 3 weeks old. Right. So we're assuming something had to impress upon him to do that quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Now, rumors suggest it could have been her having an affair. We've heard that for a while. And we do know that her and Moses had a long-term relationship. Now, also, there's the idea on Moses' part, if he knew that she was a cheater, if you cheated on your ex with me, I may not be rushing to be your main man.
Great point.
So, because he definitely made a huge difference between Destiny and Sunny. And it could be.
And that's the thing, like, you could be in something. This is what I was talking about, like, sides are good as sides. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you try to cross that line, it might not be as appetizing as you thought it was. Because now you get that whole person. You're like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and then LC Charm said, but he cheated on his ex-wife with Destiny. But yeah, men don't always look at it like that.
Explain that scenario to me then.
She's saying the ex-husband cheated on his ex-wife with Destiny. Like, basically, they both
going on. Golly.
Well, Huntsville has, but I will say this, you guys, just sidebar. I just did an article on Ashley Madison. I told you guys, watch that docuseries on Netflix. Crazy. On this platform,
it is
a dating app for cheaters, all cheaters, only cheaters. You only get on the app if you want to have an affair, right? And 47 million people subscribe. That's
tell you.
Well, that suggests to me that most people don't want to be monogamous. So
and what that tell you?
it's not just Huntsville. Huntsville. Martell is not the only one cheating.
Okay.
But I mean, Martell may be one of the only ones cheating and then threatening for revenge porn on his wife, his ex-wife. He may be alone in that. That's pretty wild. But
it's funny to me how the cheaters get mad.
the cheaters get mad, and this dude called
That's
himself the good guy.
yeah.
He called himself the good guy. You remember when Stevie J said that?
Well, a lot of times what men do, they ration it. It's like, look, if I pay the bills, I take care of everything and give you everything you need as far as, necessities and provide everything, then that supersedes, or that's my license to, you see what I'm saying? If I got a couple of freebies, you should be tripping because you got everything else you wanted. This is what it's a package deal. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, Mo, that sounds good. But unfortunately, a lot of these men that are cheating are not doing all the providing. For example, in the case of Melody and Martell, Melody was the one who actually had the business license because Martell was not able to pass the test. So,
Did she know the business? Did she do, was this her thing and she brought him into it? Or was this his thing and he couldn't get the license and he brought her into it?
well, no. Well, I mean, regardless of who, they were young. So they both were.
That does make a difference.
No, it doesn't because
because if you weren't thinking about this and maybe I couldn't pass it, I use you to get it further ahead. You weren't even thinking about this. I'm just trying to tell you how a lot of men think.
Well, that's dumb because he couldn't pass the test. She passed it. So the license was in her name. But at the time they were married. So it was them. But then when they got divorced, it was no longer them. It was her.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to. I just wanted to see.
And I get what you're saying. But the problem is with that, like, if they're that young, then it's like you guys are coming up with your life plan together. It's not like, it's different if you met a man and he's in his 30s and he's already into construction, and you come and you start, helping him out. They graduated college together, right? That's young. They're trying to figure it out. Let's do this. We're going to be a power couple. That's different.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how it came about. I was just trying to understand it. Okay.
Now, first of all, you guys go ahead and share this. Please make sure that you share and like the broadcast as we're talking, because we're 22 minutes in and we need to make sure that most people are tuned in. This Monday evening is a different thing. So we want to make sure that people tune in for this Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're talking about episode 3. We are going to talk about this new couple that was just introduced. We got a lot of new couples.
Yes.
I got something for you, but Sonny and Moses are obviously our new couple. Nell and Chris came a couple of seasons ago. I do want to say that Tiffany and Lewis left last season, and I disliked Tiffany. I did not really like Tiffany that much. And
I like Tiffany.
Tiffany she just didn't fit. She was just starting trouble all the time, but I feel empathy for her because at the end of it, we saw that she was really going through a lot mentally. Not everybody is built for reality TV. So maybe how she came off was because she wasn't really comfortable. The fans never really liked her. The cast never really gelled with her. So her and her husband actually decided mid-season last season to leave. And she did feel like a Karen, Marriott. She really did. She came off like a Karen. I didn't like it. But anyway, they're not here, but they're introducing this new couple. Now, before we start talking about it, I want to play this quick little video because I think this video says it's just going to start out the conversation right. This is the newest couple that are friends of Courtney and Stormy's, and this is their intro.
You was gonna find a sock in the bed. Babe, have your shirt off the bed. My name is Latricia Reedus, and I was born and raised in Huntsville, Alabama.
My name is Kenneth Lee, originally from Dayton, Ohio. Been in Alabama since I was like 9 years.
Yep. So Latricia and Ken, I want to hear everybody's first thoughts. D said, nope.
They're going to shake it up a little bit.
Are they?
Yeah, because I saw, they are. They are. She is anyway, and then he's going to have to back it up. It's going, They might have needed this. I don't know what's going on between, but they had to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to shake it up. And he's going to have her back. and that's where it's going to get real shaky.
Why do you say that?
Well, he's supposed to have a back. I saw the other clip where it was something else where she knows some of them people on there.
Indeed, she does. And what it looked like in the commercial is that she has a history and had went out with Martell before.
This is what I'm saying. So you take that guy, then you take Martell, then you take this guy, and I can see it getting a little messy.
Yeah.
And, he's a big guy, and he's going to feel a way about that, even though it might not be nothing going on now. But these guys eye on that, and I don't know if Martell is actually single, but that's something to watch out for.
I will say this. I like muscles, right? That may be just a little bit too much.
He has a jail build.
It's angry. And I love the fact that they both are into it,
Yeah.
I love when couples have stuff in common.
Yeah.
But that feels that they maybe they can just take a little bit more of a break because of the show. Maybe the show will give them an opportunity to do a little bit.
They're on TV. They got to flex and they got to show that.
They did. What's up with the little sparklies around it?
What?
Did you see the sparklies around it when he came in? You didn't see that?
That was for y'all.
I didn't like it. We didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it at all.
That had to be for y'all.
I didn't.
All of it was for y'all. Let's be clear on that. All that was for the women. We didn't need that.
Yeah, I didn't. You see, I didn't ask you to clap. It's for Carlos. Thank you, Daliala. It's for Carlos.
That
was for Carlos.
Funny.
That was for Carlos. I didn't understand where that came from. That was weird.
Place is starting to take a turn. I don't know where it was, but I know it wasn't here.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting that they are friends with Courtney and Stormy. And I like Courtney and Stormy. I just don't know.
They were the ones that went to the car shop, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm keeping up. Like them?
I'm trying to keep it. I'm keeping up. They went to the old school to look at the cars.
Yeah.
Keeping up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they are, I don't know. I would say this. Latricia, when she was talking to Stormy,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's gonna be good on the show. Like, I don't know if she's like a reality star personality. I don't know. I just don't know that.
I think it would be hard to have a show like this and to throw, because the people already have a chemistry, right?
Right.
There's chemistry in person. There's a chemistry that translates on camera.
Right.
And the camera thing is hard to do. It has to be you can't really fake that unless you're acting. You see what I'm saying? Like, that has to be real.
But I mean, most of them don't really have good chemistry, though.
No, but the chemistry was that part of the storyline. You see, for their storyline. So when you throw someone in there that doesn't know anybody, that's what they're there for, to shake it up.
Yeah, they are. I'm sure they brought her in because she dated Martell.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's weird because she just doesn't seem like Martell's type. Not that Martell, well, I think Martell does have a type. I think that Melody and Coleslaw kind of are this, not mentally, guys.
Y'all got to show me this Coleslaw person.
I will pull up the Coleslaw. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll pull up Coleslaw. She's very pretty. I will say that.
And you saying this lady is not?
I did not say that. What I said is that the Coleslaw and Melody
look alike. No,
they don't look alike, but they're both very pretty.
And once again, this woman.
I did not say that.
It's not as much. What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that Coleslaw and Melody are very pretty.
Okay, we keep going back to the same thing.
Don't put any words in my mouth that I have not started out with.
I'm confused. Well, is this woman pretty? I'm asking.
I just don't think she looks like
No.
Martell's type.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think that she looks like Martell's type. That's all. That's all. I don't mean any disrespect. I just don't think that she looks like.
Hey, yo, I'm just trying to figure out on the pretty level whether she good. You know, she.
Well, what do you think?
She has a pointy chin. I know. She's pretty to me. I'm a pretty brown skinned woman. I ain't got no problem with her. I don't really like muscular women like that. Too muscular. I don't really like the muscles like that too much. A little bit of tone. A little bit. I told you when that little short girl came to my house, I was like, yo, you gotta like. You ever see that episode of Tom and Jerry when Tom got his muscle cousins? I mean Tom. What's his mouse? Jerry Tom had beat him up or something, and he got his 3 muscle cousins with the hats, and they were walking like this. You know
I hate you. I hate you. Michelle said she's handsome.
Hilarious. I like that. But you know what episode I'm talking about? Tom and
I
Jerry?
know.
That's how the chick walked into my house one time. I was like,
I don't believe that. Did you say she did pull-ups?
I don't know what I know she worked out. She's from Chicago. I know she worked out.
I think somebody did like a bent arm pull-up.
And no, she just came in and the way she stretched, I was like, yo, you relax on the. She got offended by that. It was too much for me.
You told her that?
I told her, yo, I was jokingly, I was like, yo, you hit the. She was like, yeah. I was like, you probably might. She got offended, but it was too much for me. I don't like too muscular women. A little tone.
So do you have your phone? I'm going to send you Coleslaw's Instagram.
Should I get a picture of her so we all can see?
Well, hold on.
I'm pretty sure some people in here ain't never seen her.
All right. I doubt it. These people know. These people have seen.
Somebody told me they was just watching the show too. They put it up on the page and they was like, thank you, Mo, for asking, because I'm new to the show too. I was like, thank you, cool.
All right, we're gonna put Coleslaw's picture. This is his baby mama.
Oh, yeah, you did say. So they're not cool no more. They don't bring her on the show or nothing?
Well, I don't think that they can bring her on the show because
what's the name? One of the executive producers.
Thank you. Melody is an executive producer. So I mean,
but if you're really about this show and getting your executive producer on, you wouldn't care. You bring her on the show. So you can't let emotions get in the way of business.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Shawnee O'Neal brought a lot of people on her show she didn't like, but she knew it was
she ain't bring nobody on there that had slept with Shaq. And there were quite a few people.
Actually, she did.
She did? Who?
She found out later. Actually,
she found out later. She didn't know it during, though.
I think she found out later, but somebody did. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe
30.
But Shawnee also said that she don't think she ever loved Shaq. So,
well, maybe she did. You know what? She definitely did.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe that's why it was easier for her. I think if you really loved your husband, it's really hard to be cool, with the person that intercepted the marriage. Not that anybody can cause a divorce, but the fact that the person was trying to break up your marriage is kind of hard. I wouldn't want to reward them with bringing them on my show. Yeah. I wouldn't. Did Laura sleep with him too? My God.
Yeah. See.
Well,
thank y'all.
Laura is horrible.
Laura think I was making up stuff. Thank y'all.
Laura's all bad. Okay, hold on. Let's get Coleslaw. Okay, all right. I know all of you guys. Most of you guys in here have seen Arian. I shouldn't call her Coleslaw, but Funky Dineva started something that we can't stop. And the reason he called her Coleslaw was because coleslaw is a side, and it's not a good side. It's not like a side that you can't live without. Like Black people can always do without the coleslaw. It never makes a meal. You get some good mashed potatoes and gravy, you may not want to eat anything else. You may be able to just have a little mashed potatoes. You get some good, for me, I'm going to eat Brussels sprouts as a main meal. That's my favorite side. I could just eat that with nothing else, but I have never, ever, ever eaten coleslaw only. I don't even like coleslaw, period. So, i.e., the nickname coleslaw. Now, this is why I said Latricia does not look like Martell's usual. He also dated Sheree. This is coleslaw.
I got you.
Do you?
I got you. Yeah, I mean, she could have been made up. Those are, yeah, but I got you. I understand.
So you see what I'm saying? It just like her and
I
Melody.
mean, but you can make it into that. You got bread. You can make that into that for sure. You can if you want to.
Dressing is a wonderful side by itself, Moni Rose. Yes, I agree.
Who is?
Dressing. That's probably one of my other favorites, but it's just too fattening to eat it.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? Like she don't really fit. Melody,
I get it.
Arian, Sheree, Cole, and then Latricia. Don't really flow.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. But that's not what she was there for. She wasn't there for that.
What do you mean?
Sometimes the side is not supposed to be the
main.
Not supposed to be the dime. Not supposed to be. Sometimes that's not what they're there for.
But a lot of times they are.
No, actually, most times they're not. First of all, if I was to cheat on a woman, I would never cheat on a woman I would actually leave you for.
Really?
What? No.
So you would
never disrespect you like that.
You would. Oh. The mind of a man is a dangerous place to be.
No, that's why it hurts when you cheat, when women cheat, because you would actually live. We don't do that. We might have to wind up with that.
I see men cheat with very pretty women.
Yeah, that's because a lot of times when women come down, I'm talking about the women they choose to cheat. We don't do that. Why would we do that? I already got that. I'm going somewhere else with it.
Where are you going with it? What's the point?
The Pound Town. That's where I'm going with it. That's the point. First class ticket. If you want that type of time. I'm just saying. You're going to do the same thing. I already got that. You going to go here and get fried chicken and go over here and get... No. You're going to get lamb chops over here. You're going to get fried chicken. You know how it go.
I don't know. And I don't know what that little ditty was that you just did.
It's moving around. That's how you do ping, 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 ping. If you want that type of time, I'm just saying. I don't advocate this. I don't promote cheating or nothing. I'm just saying, if you're doing that, that's what it is. I would never cheat on. We would never. Don't do that.
Okay, so let's try to get into the mind. Like again, this is a scary place to go. So why do you think Martell cheated with Arian that was very pretty? Definitely not the mind of Melody.
Right. We're going to get something different than what we had. If not, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It might not be the mind, might not be the left. We're going to get something that's offset. You ever see the guy be like, why did you cheat with her? Or you see the NBA, NFL, a Major League Baseball player. You see the some of the women they settle with, opposed to the woman that you think that they can get. And sometimes you be like, that's his wife? You be like, yeah. But then he cheat with all these baddies.
Yes.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why would we get the same? That doesn't make sense. We're already there. I'm in Atlanta. Why would I want to live in Houston? It's the same thing. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Thank you for all you contribute.
I'm just saying. If we're doing it, that's what it is.
All right. I mean, we will be talking a lot about infidelity because we're in Huntsville, and that's what Love and Marriage Huntsville is about.
This has got to be the cheatest ass small town I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, with 47 million people signing up to cheat on their spouses with a tagline that says "Life is short, have an affair." I mean, that's what it is. Now, it's not just Huntsville, but I will say this. Now, we don't know, and Melody has said it's not true, but Martell and other people from the show have said that Martell and Melody both cheated on each other.
Yeah, where's the? If so, brother, get an investigation because this is all bad for you.
Yeah, it's over with now. They divorced, and at this point, he probably won't have custody because he done tried to do revenge porn. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, you made it worse. That's over, bro.
So it's now, and then he also has this little son with the coleslaw chick. That's crazy. I can't think of anything else more disrespectful than having a child.
So was this during the divorce, or this is why they were?
Oh, they were fully married, and he got a girl pregnant.
That's dirty. Yeah,
that's wild. Like, I was talking with my girlfriend yesterday, and she said that a guy she was with brought home a baby and said, I have a surprise for you. And she thought he bought her something, and it was a baby that he had with another girl that he wanted the two of them to raise.
Yikes. When you do that, you come in, I would assume that you're already in a position of power. This is where it backfires when women be like, I just want a man to take care of me and do everything, and I want to sit in a soft life. Sometimes with that soft life comes for, yo, you're going to take with everything I got to dish out too. Because I'm doing this and you should feel grateful.
I mean, but I hear that, but I still feel like that's a man without morals, right?
No, 1,000%.
It's just, even if you are paying all the bills and everything, that doesn't, if you don't want to be faithful, then just don't. Or this is what I believe, because obviously a lot of people don't want to be faithful. It's fine. Just find someone that's into an open relationship, which there are a lot of women that are open to polygamy and poly. It's a lot.
No, 1,000,000%. And I think it'd be one of those things. They look for that, they can't find it, then they get with somebody, and then they find somebody. You know how it go. As soon as you get with somebody, you find somebody that you always, or some situation like that. So, it's unfortunate, because if you're selling somebody a situation and you really wanted something else, unfortunately, like, for him, I would get, like, I don't know this coleslaw person, but I would bet she's younger.
She is a lot younger. She's younger.
This is the other part of it. So if it's not the much, it's the manipulation. I'm older than you. You probably look up to me. You probably saw a couple episodes of the show.
No, they were cheating. He was cheating with her for before the show came on. So, but I mean, he's a good looking guy, and he was very successful in town, very popular. So it's not hard to understand how, and men do a whole, pity routine with the woman, telling them that the woman, my wife don't appreciate me. She don't do this and don't that. And women suck it up, which is why I'm telling women, we cannot do this. This whole thing, Sonny's about to be made into a whole fool on national TV, because it's okay that you can like the guy, but you got to be able to listen and cut through what's BS and what's real.
Was this the same woman that Mel was like, the woman told me that her and her sister watched the porn?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she didn't tell her. She told somebody else and then got back to Melody.
Okay.
Yeah. Simone says Coleslaw is only 4 years younger than Mel, but she's still younger, and she definitely was a lot younger mentally, at least from what we've seen. No disrespect, and I don't want to keep calling her Coleslaw. Her name is Arian.
Yeah, Arian. That's damn, baby out of it though. Like, you might be able to forgive cheating, but I can't even forgive cheating. But those who can, okay, cool. But the baby though, that's a tough one, man. Like,
so would you? Let me ask you this: you said you can't forgive cheating.
No, I did it. I tried it. It don't work for me.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I tried it once. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, it just doesn't. I think when a person cheats and you forgive them, it gives them the wrong.
And here's the crazy part. If I was to ever cheat, which I will not cheat no more.
Of course not.
But I would be like, I don't want to get back. If you want to take me back, I'd be like, nah, I know what come with this.
Nah, my ex did that to me. He was like, after I caught him cheating, he was like, it's no way you're going to ever forgive me. Let's just let it go.
Yeah. Like, you're not going, I've seen brothers who cheated and what they go through when they have to stay. You know, he could be at the store too long. It was that bitch at the store.
But that's so crazy that men feel like that, but yet they don't. Like, you just want to cheat on someone and not allow them to go through the healing process. You just want them to get over it right away. Just shoot them and then hurry up and heal. Don't bleed all over. Clean your wound up and get it together and move on. Like, that's what it feels like. Just
it might. I don't know, but like, even if someone cheat on, like, I cheated, I don't want to rub that in their face. That's what I learned. And I was like, let me just end this, because I'm gonna keep.
When you did take the person back after they cheated, you did not bring it up anymore. You just immediately got over it. You were automatically healed from
it. Ate me up so much inside that I would have threw it in their face. I ended it before I could get to that point. But I know you would have took too long to do something, or it would have bothered me. And I'm not the type. If you say we're getting past something, I don't want to bring it up to you again. I felt like I could have got there. I knew I would have got there. It was just eating me up. You sitting in the car and you driving and you looking at them and you be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's hurtful. I would just be thinking like, oh, I can't go back there. It's bad. It's painful. I don't want to go back to the pain. But yes, yes, we know, because part of me wonders why a woman would have a baby by a married man. That's very strange. But I know she had terminated a couple of pregnancies by him, and at that point, yeah, he was just wilding, man. That's some I don't care, disrespectful, reckless stuff. But yeah.
Damn.
That is horrible. Now, Melody suggested at the table, and we're going to see more of this this coming Saturday, that she did not trust Destiny around Martell. And we see that, Martell makes this little tongue-in-cheek comment about Destiny's child looking like his. It's very strange. And I also feel like Martell is just, I don't know what happened. His mom, I don't know what happened, but there's definitely some issues.
He has a sneaky disposition. He has a sneaky aura about it.
Not even smart though. Usually sneaky people are smart. Like Marceau is sneaky and smart. Like, you'll get to know Marceau a little bit more. Marceau is very sneaky, very sarcastic, very cynical, but also very smart. Like, you can tell that he's usually playing a game of chess. Everybody else may be playing Connect Four. Like, he's mentally ahead of people. Usually he's very intelligent, but he also is in a relationship with a woman that was kind of taught to be more docile and more not question him. Like, Melody goes toe to toe with him, and most women, it doesn't seem like his wife.
That would make it the hardest to cheat. You don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. If you're going, the woman that goes toe to toe with you is not the woman to cheat on, fellas. If you out there being like that, I'm saying, if you out there,
if you're on that type of time.
Yeah, if you want that type of time, don't go for the woman that's going to be. Go for the woman that she's oblivious. She knows all the television programming. That's let me not, because y'all gonna say I'm advocating cheating. Never mind.
So that would not be for me. So I would not be a good person to cheat on.
You would not. I'm assuming you would not.
Hope Gun Boss is paying attention.
I would not recommend it for you. You got some type of skills or some shit. I don't know what you be. I don't know. But you're sharp though. The thing is, the tricky thing about you. You be acting like you don't know shit, but you know. Or you be acting like you ain't even. I'm hip to you. I'm hip.
Which is why, I'm hip to you, which is why we've always been great friends. Because, like, I see you. I remember one time Mo told me, you ain't slick and I ain't slow. Just know I see what you're doing.
Yo, I had to tell somebody that.
Yeah.
And that was my line for them. Because I was like, they were so slow. I should be like, do you realize I know what you're doing?
But sometimes Miss Pretty Amazing says that I seem very soft spoken.
Who's that?
Me.
That you see? That's the trick. Get off this thing. That's the trick. That's the trick. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That is the trick. Don't go for that shit. Do not go. Even if it was, it is true, but that's the trick. But she's fast with the fingertips. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm also.
I just
I also let me tell you something. It's pretty amazing. This is the persona. Trust me. We don't. This is not. This is not for that, right? Everything. There's a time and a place for everything. Not Gumball says shit. Baby, you don't think I'm soft spoken?
Not let yeah.
But that's good. That's what the XO family believes.
But here's the thing: since I've been on here, I brought out a little bit of Christal. There's still more. Just so y'all know, there's still more. Gun Boss is able to bring. He sees all of it. I know a little more, and she shows y'all just a little. I'm telling you. Don't let this chick fool you. I already know, man.
What?
But that's cool because she's only gonna give it, and that's perfectly fine. But she's sharp as a whip.
But
she's sharp as a whip.
oh gosh.
I know.
Back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. Gun Boss, enough. You don't catch anything. Come on.
Well, they both catch each other because they both leap like.
Was he the same way? Let's just say, I just want to say that. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't be starting to, don't be kind of trying to think that feel bad for Gun Boss because he is the same. We are two sides of the same coin. I always tell, I see him doing something. I'm like, I know what you're doing.
There it is.
I too am a Libra. Yes, you guys get PR, Christal. But you know what? I've always been PR, Christal. Even with my friends, I was the one to enough, Gun Boss. Enough. Somebody said you can't put Melody and Arian in the same category. You cannot put Mel and Slaw in the same beauty. I'm just talking about external.
No, she's not. No, that's what she's doing. That's what she's not doing.
No, I mean externally, I think they're both very beautiful women.
Right.
Come on, y'all.
But she's just saying, due to
I'm not saying that they're the same substance.
Sherry, what's that? Sherry, the Whitfield.
Sheree,
pardon me. Sheree, she's just saying she's saying that she has a type. He has a type, and it's looking on a certain way, and Shorty's little. She's not an ugly Arian.
yeah.
Yeah,
she's very pretty. I mean, they're both very pretty. I just think that he tends to like very pretty women.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Technically, that's not what you said, but yeah, I get it though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I just,
But I get it though. We get it.
Aesthetically pleasing women.
Yes.
He
Absolutely.
starts with the aesthetics because he's very good looking, and then there's not much else there. So, okay.
What is the deal with what is her name? The one we were talking about that was watching the used cars. I'm still trying to get familiar. The old school cars.
Oh,
what is their story?
Stormy and Courtney. Right. Stormy is, I can't really put my finger on Stormy. She does start stuff a little bit sometimes, but she also seems very honest and real. I love their marriage. They seem to be really I had an opportunity to go to her birthday party and hang out with them for a little bit, and the cameras were there, but they weren't there the entire time. He is just cool, like you see him on camera, good country boy. I think he played ball.
He loves that woman.
Loves that woman, and she loves him. I think they both, they really they're genuinely got each other's back. Now, I don't like the way I don't like her the energy of her calling Marceau a bitch, because she was like, well, I call her husband a bitch, and I kind of still think he is. Like, I thought that was a little bit much. I also think that she was kind of bullying Tisha at that time. But I like their relationship, and I like Stormy. I just don't understand why she has, why would you go in if you call another woman's husband a bitch? You got to be prepared for her to come at you, right? Because a woman,
while they were together, she called him.
Yes, in their face.
And what did she do?
Well, she's not a fighter. She's a sweetheart. She's not a fighter. But I feel like Courtney should have checked Stormy. I feel like if we were someplace and I called another dude a bitch, I think Adrian would pull me to the side or grab me up. I don't think he would let me do, because guess what? That's going to cause him and the guy to get into it.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would have. I don't think that's what I don't understand. Now, the only reason I'm going to say this, guys, I think that Courtney did not, because he agrees. He agrees with his wife, and he thinks the same thing about Marceau.
Oof.
Yep. So that's, but I like them just because I think they're genuine with their marriage. I can't, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys the video. I'll post it tomorrow with Nell and Chris. They're a little bit older, and I would think that, and she said, one of the things she said in the interview, she said, we've been there, done that. So they have been through infidelity. Their marriage has stood the test of time. So they've dealt with all that stuff. And so, but they admit it, which I think is if you tell your story, nobody else can, right? So nobody can come out and shame them and be like, oh, so that's why Chris was cheating on you. And they actually said that Chris was married and he was cheating on his wife with Nell at the time. And that obviously has some truth to it. Now, Nell says she didn't know that he was married at the time, and you know what's funny? The same thing with Maurice and Kimmy. Rumors had it that Maurice was still married or not finished with his marriage to Monster's mom, and then he and Kimmy got together. None of these relationships in Huntsville.
That's what I'm saying. So why make people judgmental against homie then?
Yeah. Well, but I think so.
Golly.
Are you disgusted, Mo?
No, I'm just like, but if you in a circle full of cheaters, it's like, how does anyone trust anyone? Like your wife, you out with like.
But see, that's the thing. So on this trip to Atlanta that I was telling you about, on this trip, all the men went, and they were hanging out with Martell and Arian while he was married. Now, rumors have it that also Maurice and Marceau were hanging out with women as well. They deny it.
Somebody got receipts. But I mean, at this point, if you consider you hanging out with him, because what were you doing and why are you hanging out with, birds?
Well, if y'all are down there, it's a bunch of girls around, and you're comfortable having your guys around your side chick, then chances are that your guys are in full agreement with what you're doing.
Unless the guys, when they come home, or you don't have to come home now, you can text and they pillow talking to their woman. Man, you can't believe this dude Martell. He done had me up here taking pictures with the
only way they can do that is if their hands are clean. If there's any speck of dirt.
But dudes to do that though.
That's wild.
I plenty of dudes did it to me. That's the part. That's the sad part.
Wait a minute. What have they done to you?
They've done it plenty. We both know a friend, and I will go to his house to watch the game, and soon as we open the door, he'll open the door and be like, "Yo, I was with you Saturday night." Now, and he was not with me Saturday night. But what happens is they were so used to pillow talking and blaming everything on me. So when it was time to legitly hang out with me, she would question, because you feel the energy. I'd be like, hey, they'd be like, hey, Mo. Because he done told us so much untrue stuff. And I'll be like, dog, you can't be doing that to the person you hanging out with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
because that does cause, I know as a woman, you do hate the guy that you feel like is the worst. You don't want him hanging around your man because you feel like he's going to negatively influence him. But I feel like anything my dude did, he wanted to do on his own. So yes, I may not care for the friends because I do think friends egg it on.
Like, I don't call married men to go outside their house at night. If I'm with them, we don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. But they will lie because they're getting out of so much stuff. They use you as a scapegoat. And I'll be like, yo, you gotta lie and say some good shit too. I saved the cat from a tree or something. Like, say some good stuff about me. Like, if you're gonna make up bad shit, make up good shit. Like, because why would you say bad things about the guy that you're hanging out with? It's not gonna make sense when you really hanging out with him. You're gonna have a hard time. She's gonna give you a hard time.
That's true, but women and men do that. Men do that and women do that because women will tell they guy all about their girlfriend, and then he don't want you to go out with her, and now you're mad because he looking at you crazy when y'all going out for girls' night.
You go.
It happens both ways, you know.
Yeah, you go. They be like, Keisha's friend. Their friends bought us drinks. I ain't even want them.
He was
they had a section.
Yeah, it's like everybody. So I feel like you have to be careful what you say about your significant other to your friends and vice versa, because you will create a wall of dissension that you don't want to have to deal with later, right? So I try to, and that's hard, but I try not to take things back because a man will certainly be looking at you crazy if you're hanging out with a friend that's running the streets.
Yeah, if you keep saying this woman is all this blah blah, and then he be like, well, why you keep hanging? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because the guy friends that I have that cheat the most, they have a special hate for women that cheat. It's so weird. And it's like, but you cheat. And they just feel like a woman that cheats is the worst possible thing.
Because a woman will leave you for the dude she cheating with. I told you we would never do that.
Shut up. That's not true. That's not true because some men do leave for the woman they cheated with.
That's bad business.
Well, it's these newfangled Negroes that are doing that are making moves like this.
When a woman cheats, she cheat with a dude she actually leave you for.
Yes, I have a friend. This is the funniest. Well, it's not funny, but he's better now. But I remember, this was bad. When I was going through my divorce, he was going through his divorce, and we had similar stories. And the dude that his wife cheated with, the guy bought his wife a BMW.
Jesus.
And
hey.
And he told my friend, I'm gonna marry your wife. And did.
Made good on the promise.
He was so broken. He was, I mean, when I tell you my friend was broken, it was a man that she worked with. The guy started giving her stuff. And
there you go.
When he said, I'm going to marry your wife, I was just like, ooh.
There you go.
When I tell you he was in the house by himself, just in a state of depression.
That is the worst kind of cheater, is the person that cheats with the person. That work relationship, it's hard to top that one, boy.
It's hard because
you see them
every
day.
Yep.
Every day. The saddest person in the world is the people that's cheating at work and that one person didn't show up. That person head down all day.
Man.
His work wife ain't home. Ain't at work today. He all sad. But man, let me tell you, I know somebody that used to draw up stationery and be like, the job is sending us out of town.
Wow. Yeah, the work. There's nothing you can do. My ex-husband cheated with someone he worked with. And when I tell you, what it will do to your stomach to know that they are together all day. It's just abandon, abort mission.
40 hours a week.
Abort mission. Them work husbands. Why did she choose the work husband? Honestly, I wasn't all in their marriage, but what I do know is that this guy had a lot of money. He was like one of the vice presidents for the
Mhm.
company. And my friend was not really like, he didn't have that much money. He had a lot of access to celebrity stuff, but he didn't really have a lot of money. And a lot of times, to me, this is something that men need to be aware of. Usually I give advice for women, but I'm gonna give some advice for men.
There you go.
If your woman sees you around a group of men and you are not the leader, you are kind of like the chump, kind of hard for her to respect you, right? So what you don't want to do is bring your wife around situations where you look like a groupie. And that was a situation. This guy was the man. Her dude was the he had to do the step and fetch it constantly, right? So I'm not saying that was right, but I'm saying that it's important. First of all, I just think manhood is important. So you always need to make sure they had children. You out here doing stuff for people trying to be down, but you want to make sure you're taking care of home. I think at first he fought to keep her, but the other guy was so strong with his he was not.
Do not bring your wife around bosses. Bosses create losses. Do not do it.
Bosses create. That's a good rule for tonight. But the guy, I mean, anybody that tells you I'm going to marry your wife before he's proposed, he sunned him. And how other people treat your spouse is a direct correlation to how you speak about them, right? So
Mm.
I'm sure when she was at work talking about her husband, she wasn't making him seem like he was like, the man. So the guy knew that she didn't really respect her man. This all comes down to respect. Your wife has to respect you. And if she doesn't, you need to get another wife. Look at Martell. Melody could not respect Martell. That's why it's no harm, no foul. She had to move on he's all fluff, no substance. And that's not, women can't respect that, can't do it. I'm sure some men would have fought him. I'm surprised my friend didn't, because he actually was a really big guy, really tough, and he was just really in love with his wife, and he was so hurt. They had children.
Woo!
It was a hurtful thing, and the children moved in with
Was he still trying to fight for his wife when the other guy said that?
at first, but I think he started realizing the wife didn't want him to, and then he was hurt. But then he moved on and got another wife.
It ain't even about the wife no more. It's just about you gonna throw it in my face and be disrespectful. But
yeah, it was like the Queasy. It was like that Tyler Perry movie with Journey Smollett. But see how disrespectful she was to her husband. Like, that is my thing for men. If a woman starts disrespecting you,
get out.
And you can't get it back.
You can't
get it back.
That's a fact.
It's not money. It's you. And somebody said this earlier. Like my grandmother would tell me, and I miss her. So my granny would say, watch how other men treat him. If another man is son of your dude, ain't gonna be long before you're looking at him like.
You know what I just realized?
What?
You and Shannon Sharp got the same grandma. Because Shannon Sharp is saying, my grandma once told me, you always say, let me find out. You had to say.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything about that. Because Vivian Johnson would not appreciate that.
Hey, Shannon Sharp's grandmother sounds like a lovely woman. She gave me a lot of.
But my granny is the best. My granny was the best. I told you, she said that she would curse like a sailor. She said that end ain't worth a nickel's worth of shit. I said, Granny, how much is a nickel's worth of shit? Later, I met a man. I was like, this is who she's talking about. I put him in my phone as nickel's worth. I did. I put him. He was in my phone because I was like, this is what she's talking about. She said, he ain't worth a nickel's worth of shit. I said, Granny, what does that mean? Life will tell you. She would always say that, keep laying up and getting down. That is the worst advice.
This is
what she says. Yes. She would say, you keep laying down and getting up, you'll learn something. I'd be like,
I'm telling you. He'd be like, skip. Skip. Oh, my grandma once told me, my grandma told me skip. And he just go into something if
my granny would tell me that was my confidant. She said, God helps those who helps themselves. My granny had no empathy, no understanding for anybody that was not hardworking. If you were not willing to work your behind off, she had no respect for you. I was just trying, just keep on living. Oh my God. I was just like,
that was a real thing. Men were real men, and they went out there, and yeah, that's real. I get it.
yeah, I like it. Well, um, interesting. This episode wasn't very juicy. I'm looking forward to seeing.
It's building.
Yeah, it's building. This couple.
I for the weightlifting couple.
I want him to hold off on a couple of those days. I think he can. I don't think he has to do all of them. Like if you do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe for the next 3 months, just do a Monday. You don't have to worry about the Wednesday and the Friday.
What the woman said, what y'all do 3 times a day? She was like, sometimes more than that.
More than 3 a day. That means you don't have nothing else to do. You are running from something. And I'm not saying that's a bad place to run, but I mean, God help us.
Right.
He looked like, I mean, it's not ripped. I don't know what it is, but I want him to only do 1 a days. I don't want him to do 3 a days anymore. That's crazy. That is crazy. But I do think all the ladies are getting themselves in shape because Stormy looks, definitely slimmed down and lost some weight and looks amazing. And I hate that we always say women look good when they get skinnier, but I guess that's what we're doing. That's what we feel about women.
But they came back from hiatus and did all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some people are on and I'm not saying these people. I mean, a lot of people are on Ozempic. Everybody I see is like skinny at this point, like super skinny. And God,
what's the different type that from what I've seen, that skinny just something don't, maybe because it's too drastic. I don't know what it is. When I see,
I have learned, and I think as most women, we're always trying to lose some weight. But my doctor was like, or my dermatologist was like, when you lose a lot, people can lose that. They have Ozempic face where it looks kind of drawn in.
Yeah.
And I have a very fat face. I've got like a round face. Don't need anything from you, Mo. So I'm thinking I may look fat, but I think I'd rather look fat than old because I think if I lose weight, my face is going to get super skinny and look.
Only because of your cheekbones. That's all it really is.
And I hate because people always bother me about them. And I used to be very, very self-conscious, but yeah,
don't do that. I mean, y'all know you ain't gonna do it, but I
remember that one time I lost the weight and you said my head would.
Don't bring that. I see.
Guys, when I went through my divorce, I had lost a lot of weight. I was very small, but it was not a good. It was a crackish. It looked crackish.
Like we know that like it's a healthy weight loss and stuff, but even some vegans, I don't know. For me, some of them, it don't look right.
Yeah. So I have decided I'm just going to keep looking fat and younger than I would look if I was skinnier and older. But I did have a really big head and I had a very small neck and it was not good. I thought, but I mean, I was like, I remember I put on a size 4 and it was kind of baggy. And I was like, because you can't really tell how small you are. Other people will look at you and be like, but you can't really feel it. But yeah,
one day is when that one day, that's when I was like, yo, that was it right there. But we turned it around.
I can laugh now, but at that time I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to go to a meeting and Mo was like, no, you can't go.
Because it was how the clothes were hanging on you. It just did this. It was done, man. It was time to yeah, man. That's when I really, yeah, it hit me that day. I'll never forget that morning. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
But you made it through. You good.
I gained all my weight back and then some. And
yes, you did. Yes. I'm saying you just gained weight back, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Thank you, more and more books. I appreciate that. But I do, it's a chubby face. I used to, and I think I told Mo this, so he can't use this against me. My nickname, my high school, the guys in high school would make fun of me because I had big cheeks, and they used to call me Bubbles, which I hated. I hated it. I hated it.
I don't think that's the one we was looking for, but that's cool. We'll take that one.
That's it. That's the one they call me, Bubbles, Bubble Face. Yeah.
Really? Is not another one?
No.
You sure about this?
I am.
I mean, there's records. I could pull files.
The Monchichi thing.
There you have it.
Okay, they did call me Monchichi, but that was like in middle school and elementary school. Elementary and middle school, I got Monchichi. Yeah, the little monkey with the big cheeks. Yes, I did. But when in high school, but who wants to be called Bubbles in high school? And like my daughter looks super young now. I looked really young in high school. So I remember I had a crush on this guy, and he said I was a cute little girl and pinched my cheeks and kissed me on the top of the head. And he was a senior and I was a freshman, and I was so angry because all the other girls were like, oh,
he didn't son you, he daughtered you.
He daughtered me.
What?
Daughtered me. He did. And then when I got a little, I went away to college and came back, I was like, let me find him, because do you know how embarrassing that is when so I was a cheerleader and we had to sell candy bars, and I had my candy bars, and I went over to sell him a candy bar to try to talk to him. And he said, oh, you're so cute. And he pinched my cheeks and kissed me on the front of the head. Then I gave him my box of candy bars and just left.
I believe you.
I did.
I believe
I had to go back and get them.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't have got them back from me, but
no. Who was Armin? He was fine though. He was a man. He looked like a man. And
the Chili's is selling stick candies.
We used to sell candy bars.
And well, I used to sell playing the sports, but the Chili's had these candy sticks, like like candy canes without the part that curl around. They were different, cinnamon and peppermint and all like that. And
that doesn't sound like
he used to give me a bunch of them, and then she got in trouble because she didn't sell.
See, that's what I'm saying. I got it. I went and had to go back and get it, but I was like, I can't. That box was $24. I had to go back and get it. Yeah. Right. Anyway, Love and Marriage Huntsville. We'll be back on Monday, next Monday, to talk about that. We're going to have we have to do maybe this weekend, Mo, because you're going to come to the Memorial Day party. Maybe we can do a live with us both here together. That would be fun.
Somebody remember those. Cool. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah,
I think we should do that when we watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys tune in on Friday and let us know what your Memorial Day plans are going to be. We are excited about seeing what happens on. I'm not gonna lie, Never Ever Met is not my favorite, but it's. I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
I wouldn't take it that far, but we'll see what happens.
Lente, I
want Philly.
I'm with you. I just feel like as much as I want to lose weight, I don't want to look like a bobblehead. And I see some of these girls, and I feel like everybody wants to be like super skinny. And I understand that that's the way that people feel like you're supposed to look when you're in entertainment. But I don't want my face to look like that. I don't want it to look like that. No.
Yeah, you see Busta Rhymes right now?
He looks like.
Yo.
His head looks like.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but he said he's healthy. He wasn't healthy before.
He wasn't, but. Whew.
Speaking of that, are you still working out?
Everybody ain't got to know what. Wait, sometimes.
I'm asking a question.
Sometimes.
Okay. I know you said you were working out.
Sometimes.
Lifting. Yeah.
No, I did not say that. I got a treadmill in here. It's my cardio. I did not. You're gonna have people checking on my arms and all this. How's it going, Mo? Listen, I'm all right.
You don't wanna lift anything? You don't want to pick up a weight, or I'm just asking.
I told him, you don't worry about what I'm doing. You just do what you do. You mind your business. You just do what you do.
I'm just saying it can never hurt. It never hurts to pick up a weight. It never does. It's always good. It's never bad. DeQueasy said Moe's arms look a little more toned, or is it the shirt?
The shirt is fit tight. It is toned. Yes, thank you.
Play the Jeopardy music.
Thank you for recognizing. One day I get to the point I'll take my shirt off on here and we'll see what happens. We'll see. You never know. Christal laughing because you know what ain't.
It's not gonna happen.
Christal was like, "Yo," I told her.
You know what? DeQueasy said she noticed this last week.
I don't know why that's funny. But thank you. Somebody knows in my heart.
Sissy said, "Can you lift? Can you lift a 170?"
Who? Me? Yes. Yeah. I'm more than one. I can lift my weight. And I'm over 170.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, here's the funny thing. So Christal was like, I told Christal one point, I was like, yo, I don't want to participate. I just want to see what the energy is like. If I could be able to fly on the wall to the swingers club, right? She's like, why don't you just go in? I said, you know damn well I ain't going in. It's going to require me taking my shirt off, and I ain't going to. I'm not doing it. That was for me and my lady, whoever they may be. Can't say this for everybody.
Don't. So let me ask you this. So I have a friend. I have a friend, Miss Pretty Amazing. You just setting yourself up. Now you come on now.
What she say?
She says, Mo, how much do you think a 5'3" woman should weigh?
You are not doing that to me.
No. She's trying to get everybody to be not cool tonight.
That's a loaded question. I am not doing that. Go ahead. What would you say, Christal?
What I was saying, dang it. I done lost my train of thought because of that question, Miss Pretty Amazing. Jesus. Oh, okay. Let me ask you what you think about this. I have a girlfriend who was dating this guy who had a very nice looking face, beautiful features, but he did not have a good chest. He was small and soft, and so she said she told him when they did get to the point of intimacy, he started taking his shirt off, and she said, "No, do not take your shirt off."
Hold on. Is this a fluffy chest or is this a cape small chest?
Yes.
Here's the thing, man. Has she been intimate with this man?
She was, but she told him never to take his shirt off. And I feel like she gave
in front of other people?
In front of her.
Actually, it's one thing to say other people, but when it's in front
and the crazy thing is he didn't. And I was like, you have given that man a complex.
So it's one of them things where you see them dudes that be in the pool with white people on a t-shirt, you be like, what?
And I do have a story on the other side.
I would say, what is he supposed to say? Well, I mean, it's nothing you could do.
If a woman told you that, what would you do? Would you be like, well, I'm taking it off anyway?
Taking off where?
They were in the bed. It was during intimacy.
He got to leave his shirt on in the bed? Oh, nah. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
I went on a date with a gentleman that was very overweight, and he had lost some weight, but not enough. and there was some,
Extra skin.
just a wee bit. And you guys know, as you said earlier, I'm soft. I'm a nice person. Now, I may tell Mo and I sniggle and giggle behind closed doors, but I'm very nice to people in their face. The guy was very nice, and we went to the beach. And this is the time of my life when I was trying to date people that I wasn't necessarily attracted to, because I was like, you know what, Christal,
That never works.
it doesn't. But I didn't know it. This was during my process, my journey.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the wave came in, and this man lifted his tank, and I was like, why would he do that? Now I'm sitting here, I'm already a little embarrassed, but I have on a sarong. Okay.
I don't even know what that is, but
Well, it's a little thing where you tie it around your waist, because I know I have a lot of cookies, and I have a lot of curves, right? A lot of curves. It was a public beach.
it's see-through?
Huh?
Is it see-through?
Mine?
Any of them? I don't know.
No, it's just a little tied.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, so you don't have
Say
your butt hanging out. Yeah, it was but it's called a sarong.
Okay.
So I was so upset. I was horrified at the fact that he raised his tank and took it off. And it was man boobs galore. It was skin. And I didn't say anything, but I couldn't look at him. I was just like, and I was irritated because I felt like, here I am. Here are all these good people around us at the beach. Why would he do that?
He was into you. He didn't care what nobody thought, but what you thought. And he thought he was in a safe space.
Well, I did not like it at all. I was disgusted. But I just couldn't say anything because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But I was just like, why would he do that? Like, I wouldn't do that. If my stomach, come on, man.
He thought he was in a safe space with you. He didn't care about the rest of the beach.
Well, he should have. He should have. The rest of the people did not deserve that. And he was confident because I saw him give himself I'm taking it off. And I was just like, so I just hurried up and made an excuse to go back to the room.
Dang.
I didn't like it.
I mean, does anyone like everything?
Have you ever been with a young lady and you all been out at like the beach or something and she uncovered something that you're not at peace with?
At my crib, everywhere, a few times, yes.
So what do you do?
But the funny thing is, like, it depends on what it is. Like, some women are self-conscious about stretch marks, right?
Right.
I don't mind stretch marks. To me, they cinnamon swirls. As far
okay,
as
so what do you mind?
Now what I would say, and it's no offense to any of the, you know how sometimes, because they have kids, especially if they have sons. I don't know what sons do to the body, but
Not good.
Sometimes, like, the stomach be like a brain, or you ever see a Coogee sweater? I know a girl's stomach looked like a Coogee sweater. Like somebody just went in there and be like, ugh, and just left it. But it's usually sons. I noticed that. Women usually bounce back with girls. But the sons, I don't know what it is. But even still, if I like her, that's just, I mean, it's usually dark. I'm not really tripping on that. If I like her.
Okay, so has there ever been anything that you looked at and you were like, now this is gone too far?
No, because I met somebody that they had surgery and they showed me the pictures of what they would look like before. If I would have saw those pictures, her too, I would have never. That would have terrified me.
Well, I seem to remember you going out with someone whose wig, when you saw up under the wig, you did not like it.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I think it was a friend of yours.
Why you have to pull out that part? Well,
did you say which friend it was?
There's been a few women who you have seen up under the wig. There was one young lady that wasn't as young as you would have thought, that you happened to get a gander of what was under her wig. You didn't like it.
Oh, we gotta keep saying, because this is gonna make it look like I like older women, but I don't like old women. this sounds very, very dangerous. Like
It sounds like a pattern.
no, it just make it seem like I'm just dating elderly women. Hold up. You make it look like I'll just be out here dating.
No, but this situation, the lady was older than you realized initially, and you did tell me that you saw.
Oh, you know what? But I seen that she had sent me a picture from the hair salon, because I dated her for 5 years or whatever. I never seen her real hair ever.
That's weird. Can you guys tell him that's weird?
Like ever.
That's so weird.
She was letting the Dominican people do her hair, and I was like, send me a picture. I was totally shocked. But she also lied in the relationship.
What did you see in the picture?
It was very pasty.
What do you mean pasty?
It was very, very white under there. It was just a lot going on. And she was really, I don't know if she was self-conscious, but the whole relationship, I'd never seen her real hair.
So let me ask you this. You don't have a thing where you want to touch a woman's hair?
She got the joint sewed in. How am I supposed to?
So you never want to touch the woman's hair? You never like to play in your woman's hair? Ever? 5 years?
I mean, if it's real, I mean, you
But you don't require that you get to know the real woman and her real hair?
I don't require that I play in it. I ain't no.
Every shower she had on the wig.
Yeah, like she keeps them sewed in. It waits whatever period of time. She go to the Dominican people, they do it again. I've never seen her real hair. Never. Now, I would see some of the stuff, what you call it, that come out.
The edges?
Huh?
The edges?
Like the new
the new growth?
I assume, I think that's it.
The edges, Mo, it's just edges.
But it's like the old hair, the hair underneath, the stocking or whatever she got, put it out. You know what I'm talking about, right? But it wouldn't last long. You only see that for a couple. Because you can see it on the lines, on the edges.
But leave out the new growth. I don't know what he's talking about. That is crazy.
No, you know, like on the like on the line or whatever. I don't know. It's a little. I don't know. But I've never seen her, honest to God, in person. She showed me a picture.
That is really weird. I guess I always have had, like, everybody that knows me, in the shower, I don't understand how you can never see the person's hair.
I'm telling you.
That's weird.
I'm telling you. She had big hair. She had the wig, the sew-ins. I convinced her to get short hair one time, and she loved it because she had the face for it, and she didn't trust.
You got a short wig, or was it her hair?
No, it's a short wig, like
a 27 piece.
It's a short. I don't know these names, man.
It sounds like she got a quick weave.
I don't know. She just came in the house one day. I told her this would look good on her, and I told her I would pay for it and to show her. She didn't like it, then she could do.
But didn't she go back to the other hair afterwards?
No, it was a while. She rocked it for a wig, and she got it blonde.
Okay.
She did the honey joint or whatever.
Okay.
That, and even she's like, yo, I never got so many compliments. See, I learned from you what to do with short hair and what not. I realized you are not a short hair person. That's why I learned. And I was like, when you got she had a little peanut head, so it worked for her.
You don't have to say that. But I do. This is the thing. And I told you this before, and you act like you did not remember it. I don't have a big head. I have a big face. Yes. So actually, because when the lady was braiding my hair today, she was like, "You have a little head," yes. And I was like, "It's not a big head. It's just."
Then when she swung the chair around, she was like, "Oh, my bad. I got you.
My point is that for short hair, it will not work because when I had it short, and again, Mo, I don't think that we can use that and I'm not going to do short hair again. But I think because my head was so big and my neck was so little, because I had lost so much weight.
And that's true. So what was the combination of the two? This is true.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is when you came out, me and John went to go pick you up, and you walked out to the salon. Yo, you was like, I was like this in the passenger seat. I gave this woman the wrong information. I truly felt bad because I convinced you. I was like, nah, you should do. You was like, I don't know what I want to do. And I convinced. That was all bad. I'm sorry. That was bad. But we both learned. And I gave you know who the right information, and she loved it. Never got
as long as your girl got the right information. Forget me out here in these.
Yes.
Anyway, you know what? I don't pay Mo any attention, and but yeah, and the crazy thing is, now that I think back, he and John, our other friend, John was just like, let me y'all, you know what? Not gonna do this with you. Anyway, and I also think that it just, in my defense, it was right here, and my head was big and my neck was small, and I got it dyed brown. So it's kind of like this all brown. So
let me tell you something. If she had a backpack, it's Dora Explorer-ish to me. backpack. To me.
And I went to an event afterwards, and I looked at the picture of myself. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Anyway, back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Interesting to see what's going to happen with this situation. I still don't like the fact that we are allowing Sonny and Moses to be on this show, but it seems like everybody gets what everybody.
They were not on this episode. You keep saying
this. They were too. They were.
Well, they're at the end, but not like
They sat down and talked and did the confessional.
Right. But we'll see. I'm not wishing. You sound like you wishing something bad on them.
No, I just don't think it's going to work. I'm not wishing, but I just don't think it's going to work, because whenever you start out bad.
I mean, it's a shaky foundation, no doubt.
So, but I don't know what I would really love to see. And I know it's not going to happen this season, so I can just let go of this, but I would really love to see Mel in a new relationship.
Yeah, something tells me Carlos is already stirring that up, getting that.
Well, I mean, she's an executive producer, so she's going to do it on her own time. And she probably doesn't want to bring nobody else into this stuff. So she's just going to be the heroine. She's going to be the heroine.
You would do that with kids in the situation?
I mean, obviously
so early, I'm saying.
It's not early. They've been divorced like 3 years. And I think that she needs to move on. I mean, I'm sure she is dating, but I also think she doesn't want to bring them into the show. She probably wants to keep it separate, and I get that. But I'm just saying, I would love to see her healthy in another situation, because I feel like all we see from her is her kind of gloating over, all the stuff that she has. But I would just like to see her in love. She deserves it. And I would like to see Martell in therapy.
So now you got to have a guy that has a higher status than. They must be doing real good at Huntsville.
I don't know. Everybody has a G-Wagon.
I noticed that.
Everybody has a G-Wagon. I don't know, but I think Melanie would probably, because she's now a celebrity, she's probably going to want like an athlete or something. I can see her definitely doing that.
They gotta go through that phase. Well, hopefully she's too old for the rapper phase, but it's rapper. What is it? Rapper, football player, basketball,
or actor. Somebody in the industry. She's definitely gonna, because they want to be around the entertainment people. So I'm sure that's where we're going.
It's a shame that Birmingham doesn't have a professional. Alabama doesn't have a professional team.
No, but she travels a lot, so I'm sure she's reaching out,
Are they in her DMs?
Yeah. And she's looking good. So, that brings, they are attracted like flies.
Does she not sound like that one person we know?
She does. She does a lot.
Woof.
They look like they could be like cousins.
I rewatched it again today, and she reminds me of her.
She does. It's like they could be cousins. They definitely did.
That voice, Oh Lord, she sounds like her.
Ugh. One day we'll have to tell that story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you all enjoy the rest of this week. Meet us back here on Friday because you know what's going to happen. Now, remember to make sure that you're subscribed because tomorrow night we're going to drop the interview I did with Nell and Chris, and then Nell and Chris Fletcher. They're the older couple, and then we'll talk about all of that next Monday. But Friday we have Never Ever Met's coming up, right? And then Wednesday, Dating Diaries.
That's what I was saying.
Dating Diaries on Wednesday. I'm just rushing through the week trying to get to the weekend. Dating Diaries. Now, listen, you guys, if you have a dating disaster or a dating dilemma you want to share, make sure the XO family always gets first come, first serve. We would love to chat with you. Get in one of our DMs. I'm sure you ladies are probably going to slide into Mo's DMs because that's what y'all be doing.
Don't tell me the whole story in the DM. Somebody got me like 6 pages. God bless her. We're going to try to get her on. But if y'all could like briefly, if you want to summarize it and put like briefly, or just be like, I got something that's good. I'll take your word for it and we'll take it from there. I'll tell you what to do from there.
All right. Well, you guys, we love you.
Yes.
Stay cool. Remember, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, Dating Diaries is going down. We're going to have some more fun. Last week was good. Thank you to Fatima and who else? And Precious and
Florida,
Fatima held us down last week. So we hope that you guys, or tell some of your friends, if you have a friend that has a dating dilemma, let them know. Let them know. We'll drop the link in the chat as soon as we get started, and we're gonna have a good time. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
There it is.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Peace, y'all.